Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Didi, and in this video I'll be showing you guys a tutorial on how to make a beanie. So I'm using a Yaya extra yarn, 100% acrylic, 4mm hook, a darning needle, and a stitch marker. Oh, also I'm using a pair of scissors and a measuring tape. The tape is for to measure your head, round it, the circumference of your head. So to start off, we're going to make a slip knot. So just in case you don't know how to make slip knots, I have a video on how to make one. So insert your yarn, tighten your knots, and we're going to begin by chaining a total number of 50. That's the length I want my beanie to be, but if you want it to be less or longer, shorter, just chain the number of chains you want. Oops, what's happening? Okay, so we're going to chain 50, and I'll meet you guys when I'm done chaining mine. So I've chained a total of 50 chains, and I'm going to add one more, and that is going to serve as my turning chain. So to start up our first row, we're going to be making a double crochet in that second chain from the hook. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 chains on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, pull through the next 2. So we're going to pull through the next 2 loops. So we're going to be doing that again. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. In case you don't know how to do a double crochet, I also have a video on it in my page. So we're going to continue with the double crochet until we get to our 45th chain. So we're going to chain until we get to the 45th. Alright, so I have 5 chains left to complete it. So we're going to start off for the next 5 chains, we're going to be making a slip stitch in each of those chains. So insert your hook, yarn over, and you pull through 1 loop. That's it. Insert your hook into the second one, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Insert your hook in the next, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. That's 3. We have 2 more. So we're going to go into that very last stitch, which is chain, which is always very hard to see. Make sure you get in there. So once you've done this, we're going to chain 1, turn our work over, and we're also going to slip stitch until we get to where our stitch marker is. Then we're going to continue with the double crochet all the way to the other side. Don't forget to always make sure you have 5 slip stitches. Remember, I chained a total of 50. I double crocheted 45 times in the chains. Then in the last 5 I'm going to keep making a slip stitch. So 5 slip stitches, 45 double crochets. That's how we're going to go until we get to the other side. So insert your hook. Don't forget to always get that last stitch, which is always very difficult for me. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. We're not going to yarn over after pulling through. You just insert your hook, yarn over, and pull through. That's how it is. And at the end of a row of slip stitches, we're going to remove our stitch marker. Then we're going to start working into our double crochets with double crochets. Don't forget our slip stitches are just 5. So here we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that first stitch. Don't forget we are working into the back loops only. For this row we are working into the back loops only. So, and that's the same thing we're going to be doing for the slip stitches. If you can't find the back loop, there's a V on top of each stitch. So there's a loop facing towards you and there's one facing away from you. So you're going into the one facing away from you. So make a double crochet into those back loops till you get to the end of the row. So for our second row, we're going to chain 1, flip our work over, and repeat the same process. So make sure you always get that last stitch so your work doesn't get bent or lose form. So that's our last stitch, yarn over, and we're going to repeat this process for a couple of times. I ended up making a total of 34 rows, so you're just going to keep making until the project can go around your head. So I'll meet you guys when I'm done. So I ended up making a total of 34 rows, and as you can see, my work is still looking very nice. So what we're going to be doing next is to work on our edges to make it look nice. So at the part where we still have our loop, we're going to insert our hook, and oh yeah, I'm going to complete my last row my last stitches for the row. So all right, I think I'm done. So I'm going to be working on my edging so it looks a little fly, you know. So I'm going to chain 1, and instead of working on the other side we used to work on, we're just going to be working on the base, if that's correct. So in each stitch we're going to be putting 3 slip stitches. So in each row rather, I placed 3 slip stitches. So be careful so you don't tighten the work so it doesn't get little, it doesn't get tight. So that's how it's going to look, and we're going to repeat this process all the way to the opposite side, to the other side. I am done. I'm done with my slip stitches, so we're just going to join the two sides together. So we're going to repeat the same process, a slip stitch, but we're going to be working into the back loops of the opposite side. So we're going to slip stitch into that very first slip stitch we did at the other side, but in the back loops only. So I made a total of 50 chains when I was starting my starting chain. So I'm going to slip stitch into those 50 chains. So that's what I'm going to be doing till I get to the end of the row. Can I call it row? Yeah, so I get to the end of the row. So I'll meet you guys when I'm done. Well, I hope you're enjoying my video, and if this video is helpful, please leave a like, thumbs up, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you get a notification anytime I post a new video. So I'm going to repeat this process all the way to the end. Don't forget, we're working in the back loops only of the opposite side, and we're going into every chain from the starting chain we made at the first. So I'm done. I've gotten to the end. I'm going to work into that last stitch and chain one. Leave enough yarn so you can weave in later. Cut it off and pull through to tighten our work. So next thing we're going to be doing is to close up that small hole at the top of our beanie. So for this, I'm going to be using, look how fly my work is looking. For this, I'm going to be using my darning needle. So I'm going to insert my yarn into my darning needle and work it back and forth all the way till I get to where I started. So insert it. I'm sorry. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Back and forth. Insert your needle into each row, back and forth. Don't forget, all the way till I get to my starting point. Then when I get there, I'm going to just close up my work and tighten it. So it's always hard to get going into that row. So back and forth, pull through, keep working back and forth all the way around our project. So that's what I'm going to be doing till I get to the other side. I think I've repeated this twice already. Well, I'll meet you guys when I'm there. Oh, I'm not there yet. Alright. I will meet you guys when I'm there. When I get there. If you ever get there, I'll see you when you get there. finally got there and I'm done. So I'm going to hold up. I'm going to tighten my. I'm going to pull on my strand to close up that little hole we have there at the top of our beanie. So close up a hole, then we're going to tie it off with our very first chain from our starting chain, our leftover. What am I saying? So if you still have a leftover yarn from the starting chain, that's what I used to tie off my work. So I made a double knot on that to close up the hole, tighten it also. So afterwards I inserted my darning needle and made an X through my project. So I'm just going to pass it front and sideways just to make sure it's tight and secure. So that's it. So I'm going to pass that needle through there. Oh, the stress I went through just to pass it through. I finally did pass it through. So I'm going to pull our yarn to tighten it, and we're going to do the same thing from side to side. So just like that. I'm just trying to find my needle. Finally got it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Then I'm going to weave in my extra yarn and just cut it off, and we're done with our project. So please don't forget to like, follow me, subscribe. Please leave a comment in the box below. So here I'm just weaving in my ends to make it really neat and secure. So I'm going to cut off the yarn and I'll be done with my project. That's me cutting off our last yarn, and voila, that's it. So I'm going to turn it over to my right side and just look at that beauty. I'm done working on this project. And thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to my channel. So I ended up making a little smiley face. So I'm done with my projects. Thank you for watching.